Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to my favorite pickups of 2025, a celebration of shoes we actually bought and wore. Today we are going to have the anti-sneaker of the year conversation like none other. I am your host, Christina Faith, and I have brought together some of the baddest, the coldest in the sneaker game with me here today at the Grindhouse. Let's first introduce my homie, Rick. Rick, what's up? Tell us about yourself, sir.
All right, my name is Rick. I go by the name of Uninstructed Vision on Instagram, Uninstructed718 on Twitter. I'm a freelance photographer. You've probably seen some of my work with Jordan Brand and Nike basketball. And like I said, I'm your favorite photographer's photographer.
Heavy. All right. Ashley, you look like you're from Alaska right now. Tell us about yourself, ma'am.
Because you bitch is always cold.
Oh, baby.
Say that.
Funny. What's up, y'all? I'm Ashley Simone, Not Your Average Jane _ on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I'm just here to, talk my stuff just a little bit. Love sneakers, love fashion, and yeah, we're here.
Let's go. Tiana Denise.
What's up? I am Tiana Denise, singer-songwriter, content creator, host, and designer. I love sneakers, I love fashion, and maybe I'll pop my stuff just a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't know, we'll see.
Brother Daryl.
Big brother.
Big brother. The
The
elder in the sneaker community.
How y'all doing? It's Brother D, avid sneaker collector, love Nike basketball, love Jordan Brand. Just here to talk what I love, shoes.
Cool.
Nice.
You know it is your boy Haas, host of My First Kicks podcast. You got a story, I'm going to tell it.
Know that.
Love it. I'm Christina Faith, founder of the Grindhouse Inc., producer, writer, director. We're going to get into these sneakers, right? So we all know the top 10 conversation. It becomes all the same sneakers.
It's dry.
It's dry.
It is dry.
We over it. It's
But
divisive.
Yep.
There were over 400 plus releases that were actually copped, worn, and beat and loved. So we're going to move the conversation from the top based on rotation, based on resale, to what we're actually wearing. And 2025 has had some of the coldest sneaks I have seen probably all of my life in 1 year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. Your favorite shoe that you purchased this year, regardless. What's your favorite? All right, I'm pull out my favorite.
I gotta think about that.
Absolute favorite that I worked the hardest for, that I've only worn once, is the Vandy ASIC.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Those are
This
good.
shoe
yeah.
evaded me so many times online.
Yeah, you sent me the link for that and it didn't work. You sent me the link for that.
I sent
and
the
it
link to
didn't
everybody.
work.
I don't think it's.
bananas?
I was so
These are
sad.
the
Those are bananas.
Yeah,
they're fire.
those are good.
Them
This
good.
was just a beautiful shoe. I am truly a sucker for color, and this was one that I really wanted. This is my favorite ASIC, Atmos and Vandy the Pink this year. So this was my absolute favorite that I purchased. Every time I think about it, that I'm like, wow, this shoe really gives me life. I love the texture. I love what they did, and I just loved how hard it was to get. There's something about the chase.
It was very hard to get.
It was
Yeah.
it was
Extremely hard to get.
So hard, I ended up on StockX.
Yeah.
Ashley,
Yo.
what you got?
I'm next. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the unheard of, the grandma's couch.
Those
colorways.
divided sneaker Twitter. Those divided us.
Yeah, it did.
It does.
It did.
It's something about unheard of in Cincinnati that you either love them or you hate them. They have.
Oh, yeah.
Or you just mad at
You
somebody
right.
because they went and you
but
didn't go.
it brought us all together. So
It did. And I think that's why this one is probably like one of my favorite cops this year.
Okay.
Just because for those who were there, we all linked in Cincy.
Yeah.
Phil brought everybody out, and it was just a good time.
Oh, yeah,
and
we did
just
a live. Oh, yeah, my bad. I was going to say I did a live podcast.
No, you did, and that, which was
we can
really
interrupt
dope.
each other. It's fine. It's a conversation.
But no, like
saw
I feel
Fat
like
Joe.
You didn't wear them.
Not too much on the internet.
I didn't wear them yet.
You didn't wear them at all.
Not yet. Not yet.
So they still dead stock.
They are. But
Mine
they
are
are
too,
so
actually.
beautiful.
They're so good,
And the craftsmanship, the story behind it, like, who don't love their grandma?
And I think it's a really important sneaker because of how many times he was able to do the same silhouette, the same model, and keep going, and we still loved every last one of them.
Yes.
You know what's interesting? So I interviewed Phil, and like I asked him about that, and he was just like, chill. But what I think is really interesting is that he used that model because you can skate it. Like
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
good
Yeah.
shoe.
It's
to
a good
Yeah.
skate shoe. Because unheard of is a skate brand.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
him tying into that because it's such a, like you're able to feel the board with that a little bit. I don't know, it's a little heavy for me in my opinion, but people love skating that
But
shit.
honestly though, when I see this, like it gives me, and maybe it's just because how he went about the design, but it gives me the feel of like a couch, like that
Oh,
big,
yeah.
Absolutely
thick
does.
Yeah.
couch, just like the outside, like everything about the shoe gives like that feeling of like when you go to your grandma's house and like that's probably like the best nap you're gonna get ever. in your
Yeah.
life
Well,
on your
if she
grandma's
takes the
If she take the plastic off.
off.
If she keep the plastic
then
on,
you gonna
yeah,
take to it.
it's gonna
Either
be
way,
stuck to
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
Stuck to
Like,
the
nah,
couch.
he did a good job, and shout out to Phil. You know,
Shout out, Phil.
Shout out to
shout out to Phil for sure.
All right, Rick, what you got over there?
Oh man, so I'm an avid Knick fan. I've been a Knick fan since '93.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, these released last week.
Last week.
Last week, yeah.
Last week.
Didn't think I was going to get an opportunity to own them. Put in numerous raffles, nothing hit. And then on Friday night, I got a message on my email from a store in Patterson. It's
Nice.
My Fitteds, but they
Jersey.
actually have a
Damn,
sneaker
the
store
hood.
as well. It's called My Walk-In Closet. Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Good
That-
name.
That pickup was kind of rough. It was like in and out real quick, like.
Brian, you made it home.
Yeah. So, but to have a PE inspired by the captain of the Knicks, and to obviously use the correlation between the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah.
right, which represents New York
voice
itself.
crack on that
Yeah.
one.
Ooh, yeah.
Big New
That's
York
been a while
vibes.
since that happened.
Emotions.
Emotions, yeah. But to finally, obviously be able to own this shoe is a
What's
lot.
really dope is that recently Jalen Brunson talked about Kobe giving him
Yes.
a pair of sneakers.
Did you see that? Did
Yeah.
you see that about?
And I think
yes.
that like him being able to PE.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
that's fire.
Kobe's
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
The
Yeah,
discussion
that's dope.
recently has been if Jalen would have his own signature shoe with Nike. And internally, the discussions have gone on, and it's gotten to the point now where Jalen's pretty much said, I refuse. I don't want a signature.
Wow.
Just let me wear Kobe's for the rest of my career, and I'll be good.
That's
so
solid.
I love that.
That's
I mean,
what you'll
That's a
expect
good
to see.
function. That's a good
dope.
functional shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work out in it. That's the only shoe I work out in right now.
Really?
For the
Yeah.
last year, I've worked out in a Kobe.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I guess we're staying on Kobe. This is
See,
one
I
of
knew
my
this was
favorite-
gonna happen. Let me just say this. I knew this was gonna happen. When it was Rick and Daryl, I was like, oh man, they gonna Kobe us out. We're gonna know about every Kobe that dropped this year.
That's why I said
Yeah.
you can't do Kobe's, but all right.
It's all right.
It's your loophole.
So I,
It's a good one though.
Yeah,
It
so
is
I,
a good
I
loophole
brought,
though.
I brought an Air Force One and not a Kobe, which is very unlike me, but this is one of my favorite pickups because one of the shops, the Better Generation out in Texas, they had a raffle where you had to shoot free throws in order to win this. So it got me out of the house, off the couch, off
Hold on,
of
hold on,
social
hold on.
media.
You went
He
out
went
to
all the way to
Texas?
You
Texas.
went to Texas for them?
No. They did an online raffle.
Oh.
So you had to do a video of your
Yeah,
shoe?
you
had to do a
Oh, okay.
Shooting free throws.
I was like, dang, big money
Help
talking,
me.
big money.
So you had to do a
Now
video.
I'm in Cincinnati and
No,
Vegas,
yeah.
but
You had to do a video shooting free throws and however many you can shoot in a row.
okay.
To enter yourself into the raffle. So,
And how many
it got
did you
me.
do?
Yeah,
How many
how
did you do?
When I did mine, I only did 3. I only made 3 in a row. So I didn't do good. It was a windy day.
Okay.
Very windy day, but it was got me outside.
It got you to
That's what
go.
did it.
Yeah.
Me and my friend went out there. There was actually a couple people at the park, but
Yeah.
to be able to win now, I'm a big Kobe fan. So to win these and the story behind these, Kobe, we all know about his work ethic and the Mamba mentality. So to have this, for those that don't know, it's a picture of him when he was preparing for a game in his pajamas and he had a cast on his hand, but him still going through that pregame ritual and getting his free throws, and even though he had a cast on his hand. So these are pretty cool, very good
Love the laces on them.
storytelling by Nike. This is one I think they really got it right and knocked it out of the park. So this is one of the shoes that really stood out for me in 2025.
We shot
That's enough
those,
here.
by the way. You
Yeah,
and
me
I.
and Rick actually
Yeah.
shot these, and I wore actually
We-
wore with
we-
pajamas. I
You did.
I tried to recreate the picture. I wore
We
pajamas.
recreated the
That's
whole
fire.
shot
Yeah.
itself. Daryl was wearing flannel PJs.
Yeah.
It was like 90 degrees outside that day in
You know,
August,
when
but
you
we still got it
posted
done.
that picture, I said it was hot outside doing that shot. Because we were in a heat wave at the time.
Yeah.
Nice. How's what you got for us?
I mean, I got him out. So brick by
Oh,
bricks.
God.
Oh, the
you
number
already
one
know.
sneaker.
Is that,
Yeah.
is that really your fave?
To wear, I wear these a lot. I mean,
Okay.
if you can see.
No, you rock them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a Forrest is my favorite
Yeah.
Jordan model. So like when these drop, I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to get them. And I saw the brick everybody
Why'd you have to
rushing.
look at me when you
the
Because he was out in Jamaica.
It was
truck
Brooke.
is
Tiana was at the release.
I was
Yeah.
like,
And I was
I
there
am not
texting
doing
like,
that.
And it was
Yeah.
brick too.
It was
out there.
brick and it was a brick.
So I was like, I'm not doing none of that because it's way too cold for that. Or like, was it cold?
No, it was cold.
It was cold. It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. It
I
was
just,
cold.
I was just saying it was brick and it was a
And then
brick.
they pulled up the Complex Con with them, and that was like, wow. Like I
Yeah.
got them, and my husband got them at Complex Con just off the drop, and I was like, you know how hard I work for them, John?
I'm jealous.
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm from Queens. Like this is a homer shoe
Big
for me.
Queens.
Big Queens. This is a homer shoe for me. I think that like just the all red shoe is kind of like it being released since like the last time we seen an all
We
red
haven't seen it for years now.
Yeah,
at this
Red
point.
October.
Red October.
Yeah.
Everybody go
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's like a weird red. It's not like a.
It's like an orange
yeah,
red.
it's a burnt
Yeah, it's like a
red.
yeah.
Orange.
And then, I do buy into the story of, because I used to live in a brick house that was this color. And a lot of this paved a lot of New York. And I mean, we look at New York now, it's not what it was. So this to me is a reminder what it used to be.
What it used to be.
That's
Nice.
I love that.
T.
See?
What was the question?
Your fave, like this is your absolute fave this year. Let's
I
just
already
get
know what she finna pick.
Let's just get that out the way. Let's just get that out the
finna
way.
pick.
What am I pick? What am I pick?
Go ahead, grab them.
Come on.
Go ahead, grab them. I knew it.
boom, boom, boom,
I
boom,
knew
boom,
it.
boom, boom,
I
boom.
knew it.
Listen, okay.
It's
This shoe is significant to me for a lot of different reasons because I'm just a Buffalo kid. You feel me? So
Buffalo's doing well right now.
Buffalo is doing well right
Buffalo,
now, but you
yeah.
got to understand, like when people talk about New York, they don't say, "Oh, Buffalo." They say New York City. And when they talk about Buffalo, they think that we be like tipping cows and stuff. And like we're like all country and we don't have any style or anything like that. So to see my Griselda family like really put Buffalo on its back and just do his thing, like this is huge for me. This is a huge deal. And how I got the shoe is actually kind of crazy. So I was gifted these by Westside Gun, who is my brother, but I had to do a little bit of work for these. Number one, I was in Vegas when I got the phone call from Wes. He was like, "Hey, yo, T, where you at?" And I was on my way to Complex Con, and he
He's
sent
on
me
her
to
way to
Addie.
meet me, guys.
I was on my way to meet Christina, and I was like, "Sis, I'm gonna be a little late. I gotta make a stop." And turned the Uber around and got to him, and within 5 minutes, he was like, "Dang, what'd you do? Fly?" I was like, "Yeah, fly." I did. I'm not waiting to like not get these. And he was like, "Well, I'm gonna give them to you, but you gotta sing for them." So I had to sing for him, and I got my shoes, and I've been wearing them ever since. So shouts out to Buffalo, shouts out to the family, shouts out to Griselda.
It's an eclectic shoe, and I think when you
It is.
see it, it's kind of like, huh? But then when you see it glow in the dark, you're like,
It's so good.
Yes, my
It's
Saucony
so good.
glowing.
It's a really good shoe. I think Saucony did an amazing job
Yeah.
with their collaborators and just giving them as much freedom and leeway to create what they love.
Yeah.
And so I think
Yeah.
that was an amazing, it's always amazing to see people's visions come to life. All right, and so now we're gonna bring up the most slept on collabs.
One of the coolest things that I personally saw in 2025 was the brand K-Swiss starting to become relevant again in the world of sneakers. With Anwar Kares becoming the new creative director of the brand, they were able to put out some really cool projects. Along with those, one of my favorite projects of 2025 were these RMX Marinas Get Me Out of the Woods, done in collaboration with Rakeem Miles. Just the effort that went into these with the storytelling and the materials, it really impressed me, and they really feel good on foot. But seeing K-Swiss turn up the way that they did in 2025 was something that I really enjoyed seeing, and it'll be cool to see what they do this year in 2026.
On your list, what is your most slept on shoe that you think the community did not appreciate?
Slept on at the community. Ooh.
Let's do it.
Oh, I got it.
Let's do it.
Let's do
I
it.
got
Okay, okay. Haas, go ahead. While everybody getting it together, you go ahead and start us off, sir.
Sure. So I feel like nobody's talking about these anymore.
They did not show up on a lot of people's lists.
Because you know why? Because it's so much stuff that dropped. Like
know.
some you forget. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like.
But like it was
I feel like Jay is also very slept on.
for sure.
Agreed.
For sure.
Yeah.
Facts.
Agreed.
For sure.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And so when these first dropped, I mean, they the homies. So
That was amazing. That was a great
that
visual
whole-
rollout.
Shout
It
out
really
Jordan.
was.
Shout out everybody that worked. Nick. Shout out everybody
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
that
Killing
together to show. The video itself was so fire. Where he's
It
like
was.
with his kids, is like, "Oh, is Jay coming?"
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. He's not coming. I think he's busy. But like That
Relatable.
That is, I mean, when you're a creative, like I think the story behind this, which I feel like gets super slept on, is that, you know, when you're a creative and this is your job and you do this 24/7, you don't have enough time to get everybody in. So when you get your chances, you have to take them. So it's necessarily not really saying I love you, but I'm busy. But it is saying I'm busy and I do love you.
Right.
You know?
Felt.
No, I love you, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm not coming
Great
outside.
rollout.
I literally got it for the saying. I was like, it's a fire issue, but that has been my thing this year. It's a no.
Yeah.
It's a no until the end of the year, and I started saying yes to everybody. Help me, Lord.
He always comes up with like good sayings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And
think,
so relatable.
and it's, but I don't even think it's just his shoes. It's almost like everything that he's making, it is very different.
It is.
But it's very intentional, it's relevant, and it all makes sense within his ecosystem.
Yeah.
It does.
And so if you get one pair and you get a hat, most likely it'll match with whatever you.
Well, he
whatever-
said
Yeah,
that
'cause
all
he-
of his
yeah,
hats
it's the
match
colors.
all of his shoes.
Yes.
And that's
All of
intentional.
his saying is all of the colorways for his shoes come from colorways from his hats.
His hats.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he adds the extra story
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
it. But this was a hat I think he dropped with Hat Club in like years ago. Like it's like his third hat or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's one thing about Saucony though. Like the risks that they take.
They take a
with
lot of risks.
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just color palettes and putting certain things together. I paid attention to that, and it's like Tips obviously do a good job with it because
Yeah.
it's hard to.
It's hard to make it
those
make
things-
sense.
It is.
Yeah.
We're used to basic
It
colors.
is, and especially for like, at least for like men to wear. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of men don't like experimenting with certain colors as
Yeah.
far as in fashion goes. So for them to even like push the envelope there, and then, I mean, Westside Gun with what he did. I mean, that's
He pushed that thing all the way.
it's crazy.
I said,
He put the sliders all the way up.
He was like, you remember the crayon box back in the day? You get the 96 pack, you get all the neon colors. He had the neon. He had the 96
Well,
pack.
there's no way you can go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
Nah, it's
whatever
not.
fits you put together, you can pretty much find something in
Something
that
that
shoe
goes
to
well.
put with it. Yeah.
I mean, to harken on to what Ash said about, you know, Saucony and their ability to work with collaborators. You also said this too. But like that team works together to make sure that
Yeah.
like,
Very cohesive.
yo, these are the options. Let's see what you're trying to get to. Let's get there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? I mean, I had that conversation with Westside, and I was talking to him about what he was doing. He was just like, yo, his thing was, I put this together when I was sleeping. And then I talked about these.
That's such a rapper thing to say.
And then he
It's
talked,
such a him thing to say.
Yeah, I talked to him about his 9s that are coming out later, and he's like, I put those together when I was sleeping too, man. I was just like, look, bro,
Keep sleeping.
it's
Just
just
imagine what he gonna do when he wake
when he
up.
wait,
Feel
yeah,
me?
exactly.
Feel me?
But I think it's just like, and then I'll have these conversations with J-Tips, and J-Tips, you know, they'll go into the room and have like, yo, this is the idea. I'm putting this together, and it's just that the chances that they're allowing these creatives to take
Is
is a
big.
lot more
Yeah.
than what we're seeing from everybody else, because everybody is always being like, these are the models you get to use, these are the colors you get to
yeah.
And
use.
do
Yeah.
what you gotta do.
Materials.
Yeah.
Figure it
Very
out.
boxed in.
Yeah.
They're giving a very open perspective.
Yeah.
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 I feel like these are kind of slept on. To be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
I think so too.
Do you think they fall into the category of slept on because there were so many? Or
Low key. That, and then also because there was so much noise, there's
Yeah.
so many pairs that were all dropping around. I forgot what else dropped around the same time that these dropped, but like, you know, it fell in the cracks. You know what I mean? I feel like, but I have been wearing the heck out of these. Like I absolutely love them. I put my little white laces in them, and as you can see, they're starting to get creased up a little bit, and I love them. They go with so much stuff, and they just are, for me, lows have become a new love for me. You know what I mean? Like I used to be only Jordan 1 high, and then I somehow got into the lows, and I'm like, oh, this is a different world. Okay. I could throw these on and just, you know, because everybody knows it's hard to get a Jordan 1 on. And to me, I feel like these are a little bit more comfortable than the high.
Okay.
And they did a
It's
good
funny you
job.
say that.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say like bringing the shoe back with the swoosh. That swoosh was important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Big
That-
swoosh,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
swoosh
was the
was
best
important.
Yeah. Agree.
And they did a good job. That's a really
Yeah.
good one.
Leather is great on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to send my back. It was rubbing my pinky toe. It was rubbing my pinky toe. I said,
Nah,
I
you
need the
can't
next
do
size
that.
up.
Nah, not
But
the
I think
pinky.
because everybody slept on it, I was able to reach back. Well, I'm going to reach back on the next sale, which will be in a week or two.
Yeah, there's more.
And get them.
Plenty of sales hitting now.
It's like plenty of sales. Like I was able to reach back and get a lot of things because people slept on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would grab another pair, honestly.
I will say also, just like it's a testament to, I mean, this is, I'm just gonna say it, but testament to what Travis Scott has been able to push forward. You know, like,
Give him his props, yeah.
you know, everybody was hating on
Lows, yeah.
for a
No one loved the
long
low.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Unless you knew about a low.
Yeah.
I was buying the lows.
Yeah, I was gonna say people who are already buying the low.
Yeah.
But like common
Yeah.
consensus was like, if it ain't OG,
high,
if it ain't your OG high, is that really a Jordan? Like, that's
Yeah.
what people were saying. And then once he dropped those lows, people were like,
Yeah.
I'll give it a
Everybody want a low.
chance.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Which is why I wonder
He
why people
preferred the
slept
low
on that.
over the high too,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
for
I mean, it's more, to me, it's just more, it's a more comfortable shoe, it's a more wearable shoe.
It is.
I feel like a Jordan 1 high is like, for me, it would be like if I wanted to dress it up. If I wanted to wear like a dress or something like that, I would put on a Jordan 1 high. It gives that kind of like, you know, fit. But these, I could just throw those on with sweats. I could throw it on with jeans. I could throw it on with
every
a dress.
day.
I could throw it on, and it still moves the fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big D. What they sleep on?
What they sleep on, brother?
One of the I think that I slept on is what I'm wearing. I don't have it on the size I'm wearing. The safety orange 95s. I think it was a big year for 95s.
It was.
Yeah.
90, the
Safety
year of
orange.
the 95.
For sure.
Yeah. And they
safety
sold out
oranges.
everywhere.
Yeah, safety
And I got
oranges
none.
came out and it had a lot of buzz, but then we got the blue pair, then we got
Yeah.
the chili red pair,
Yes.
then we got 3 Levi's pair, and we got Yu-Gi-Oh. It was a
We
bunch
got
of
the
95s
Momas.
after the
Can
fact.
I
I
say
think this
that
is a
I'm
really
over the
strong
Levi's?
offering.
We got 5 undefeateds now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
5 or
think
6?
I think like these came out towards the
Yeah.
top of the year. Then it was an avalanche of 95s, and I think they got lost in the fold. But this is a pair that I probably wear the most. This is a pair that I do have 2 pairs of, so it's easier to wear one and beat one up and not
Yeah.
care. But when I'm just trying to do something quick, run an errand, go to the store, this is my
the
go-to
one.
pair,
Yeah, I need them.
and it looks nice. And this is a pair that I remember being in grade school and like people having these, and it's something that just nostalgic to me. So I think this is a really nice pair that people slept on and forgot about because of all the slew of 95s that were released.
Yeah, they oversaturated the year.
They
They definitely did. And if I see another Levi 95, Lord.
I think they should close the door on the Levi's for a minute.
Yeah, thank you. That's a nice way to say that. That's a nice way to
Those
say
threes
what
look
I'm
crazy.
thinking.
Threes is
No.
nice,
Threes is
but
next.
Yeah,
They coming up
Next.
They need some different colorways.
Yeah.
I think it might be the colorway. But go ahead, Rick. What's up? What you got?
So I'm primarily a Nike and Jordan guy, so to actually buy a New Balance was
It's such a beautiful
actions.
sneaker.
The actions,
know,
them are good.
That was a really good
I
one.
see what
Yeah,
you're
that's a
doing.
good one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I like
only
those.
one wear too. So, obviously Axon Bronson, excuse me, kind of follows the same kind of patterns as like J Tips and West Side. We're using some.
I actually
some
disagree with that.
really.
Oh,
Because his palettes are more based on actual nature, so I think it's like
Okay.
it's more Salehi colorways.
But I think maybe his chances that he takes maybe.
Chances for sure.
Yeah, chances for sure.
Yeah.
To actually step up and try to at least get a pair. These were readily available, actually. It was a big raffle, and then for some reason or another, the raffle closed, and then a couple hours later, they were up on the site, and everybody that obviously won the raffle was trying to resell, and obviously that didn't happen. So I figured I'd take my chances, buy a pair, and they've been in rotation ever since. Well,
Yeah.
Good.
so color-wise, I love them. Super comfortable. Like I said, my 46-year-old bones. You know, I can't always be in J's and Nikes. So something that's a little comfortable from time to time is really appreciated. But yeah, definitely a sleeper.
Actually, he's been killing it with his
Not necessarily, and that's obviously that's no disrespect to Bronson and what he does. I never really found any interest in the shoes or the colors of the designs, and this was just something that like.
Oh, that's your first one?
This was my first one, and it was literally just like I looked at them. I'm like, this is not bad, all right, not bad. Let me see what they look like when they come in. They came in, and I'm like, maybe go back and get a couple more. So you know, definitely a good look though. I love them.
And the quality and the materials are always so amazing. I went with the Meta Girl Sauconys.
Yes.
No one,
Them is fire.
no one mentioned these. My husband saw them. He was like, "What is that?" And I was just like, "It's the chances that really got me with this."
Yep.
And
Again.
a Saucony again, and even putting the pearl on the side, putting a little
seashell.
the little what's this called?
Like lace.
Lace.
Lace,
It just I saw it and I was like, that's a sneaker that people will look at and not really get.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're like into it. And I'm not a girly girl. But baby, when I got these things, I was just really excited. And so,
You want to dress up?
You want to put on a frilly skirt?
no, this is the skirt. You know, I don't mind a skirt, but it didn't make me necessarily want to dress up, but it just made me want to lean more into something different that could still be versatile.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like you can really wear this with almost anything.
You can.
And so I really like what Metagirl, what they did, and the chances they let her take, because I don't know no other sneaker company unless it's like a fashion brand that will let you do something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, I'm going to continue to give people their props and brands. I think Saucony really, they really had an
had a year.
amazing run.
Yeah.
Amazing run this year.
This year for sure.
The way
year.
that that team, I mean, shout out Jason, but the
We
way
love
that
Jason. We love
Yeah,
Jason. We love
Jason.
Abby. We love
Shout out
Amber.
Jason.
Yeah.
But the way that team really curates and finds the people that they work with
They do.
is where
Yeah.
it's
You
the
can
You can
bread
tell it's
and
very
butter.
intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
It's like an A&R.
But also, if
Yeah.
you look at I started looking at their UK releases, like their other releases, the Japanese releases is what are y'all doing? Like, what
Yeah.
are you
They are
thinking
pushing
about?
limits, for
And
sure.
they're
Or
pushing
even-
limits, and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even the snake pack that they dropped earlier
Yeah.
in the year.
That was
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Like their GRs this year look like collabs.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
one of my favorite Saucony, and this was a GR, and this dropped like 2000, maybe pandemic, maybe 2019. But the Foo Fight.
Yes.
Those are good.
I love when they were
Foo
doing those
Fight.
like food,
Yeah.
the food, or
Yeah.
the astrology, whatever.
Yeah,
the NASA one.
The,
Yeah.
That was
Albert
crazy.
Einstein,
cool
but
how
that was a collab.
Yeah,
That's how,
yeah,
that's how they started
female.
out.
No, they did one
Yeah.
that was just straight up like
Oh, straight- okay.
orange
yeah.
shoe. Yeah,
Okay.
it was
100%.
fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think just like being able to celebrate things that are different, but also things that, we just really wanted. Like, I really just wanted these Awake 5s. I didn't care
Talk
about that
about
controversy online. Baby, I saw that pink and I was like, bubblegum me today.
Fire.
Yeah.
And so,
Talk about it. Talk about it.
My bad, but
What?
Bima had me on his collab of the year video, so I had to represent that. Like, you might have, if you want to cut this, you can cut it.
Again.
but he's no, we're not gonna cut this. No, we're gonna keep this right here.
Yeah.
But he's nobody. I say he's nobody.
I mean, look,
He's nobody.
that shoe is also another queen shoe. I mean, I'm big New York. You know what it is. You know what I mean?
It's the
New
one
York.
reason I didn't really want to get the shoe. I was like, Dad, y'all had to put the New York all up on it. Like,
I had to have those.
But Angelo talks about how everybody's putting out shoes and they all have this crazy story and stuff like that. But he was like, I just wanted a New York shoe that just screams like I could just get a fit off.
Yeah.
That's what that shoe
That is
is.
definitely one of
That
those
is that
shoes.
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you can't get that pink is a very specific pink.
it is.
It is.
And if you
It's
can't,
Pepto-Bismol.
it's just not gonna go. you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and if you have an adverse reaction to it, it's just not for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the black pair, I feel like
It's a
people slap
beautiful
on
pair.
the black pair too. Though.
I would agree.
The black pair was good.
And the
would
black
agree.
pair is nice. I actually
have the
finally
black
wore
pair.
them
Yeah.
about a week ago. Last weekend, actually, I wore them for the first time. About a week ago. And they are really nice. They're a lot nicer than I thought when I first saw them. So
The material's good.
That collab itself, I went crazy for those, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to have them.
Me and you was talking about that a lot, about them.
You know I was online stalking
The,
those.
the controversy of the
It
year.
was definitely
You say that would be the controversy of the year?
That, without
Yes.
a doubt.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, what else would you compare it to?
100%. What would you say? Okay, what would you say is not? Because baby
sure
girl,
they come
baby
up on
girl
like
made
$2,000,
at least
Folks was getting
6,000.
folks got skizammed.
You got-
6,000.
You get pulled onto a
Yes.
space to air you. You get put on a space. They air you out, and you still try to play it off like.
She did not play it
She
off.
didn't
She did not play it
She was
off.
straight up about it. Like you got
fine.
got.
He said she did
Y'all
not
got
care.
scammed. I
Right.
didn't mean to scam y'all.
No.
You did.
It wasn't.
I don't know what to
It was.
Yeah.
It didn't start off as a scam.
It didn't
But
start
then it
off
was
as a scam.
And then it did become a scam.
And then it became a scam. Then somebody did something and then it shut the link down, but y'all kept giving me money, so y'all stupid.
Y'all stupid.
Yes, controversy.
So the one that I would say, it's not a sleeper, but I think because they were limited and because it was so much
Yeah.
coming out that still tense. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Those meant the most to me this year.
So-
Well, and the
most.
apes, yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in. I was gonna wear those today.
Yeah.
those are significant to me. I don't know if you guys have seen. There was a photo of myself with my mother and my younger brother, and we would visit his father in prison upstate. And I wore those in the photo, and I used to tag Jordan Brand all the time. If you're gonna bring these back, do it right. Bring a toe cap with it. Right? Released in 2014, 2013, or something like that. Came back original without the cap. I begged and begged and begged, and finally we get the toe cap back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Execution wise,
Beautiful.
of course, the story behind them being the kids from the 90s.
Leather.
I instantly think about Martin when I see these.
Oh,
Yes.
You know, the episode where he was sending Gina out there to get all that stuff and he in the crib hooping.
Flossing on us.
Yeah. And then had to take them back, you know what I'm saying? And got put in the air wax.
Air wax.
Just iconic though. So yeah, I'm not gonna say it was slept on because I feel like a lot of people wanted them, but because they were so limited.
Yeah.
And because it was just so much stuff coming out, I think people forgot about these.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like people.
It was like 3 drops that day.
Yeah.
It was so much I dropped that day. Yeah.
It was like people were like, we're waiting for it, and then other brands were like, nah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh wait, I thought they dropped. They didn't drop. Oh snap, I didn't get them.
Yeah.
It was in and out.
Yeah.
I just so happened to be in Chicago when those dropped, and I was like, I'm not gonna get a pair. And I just so happened to walk into Success, and he was like, oh, I have an 8 left, and I was like, oh.
Well,
Let me get that. Let me talk to you for a second. Let me put
I
that
think
on
a
the
lot of
counter.
people also underestimated how limited they were.
Yeah.
They feel like, oh, it's limited, but like I
Yeah.
still got a shot. But they underestimated like exactly how limited. And I think Jordan Brand did that on purpose because they didn't know how the toe cap was going to be.
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
They didn't know how it all was
I feel
going to
like
be
they
received.
tested it, and this was the tester.
I think that Jordan Brand did such a great job this year of knowing when to limit things and when not to.
Yes.
Everything you thought was going to sell out did not, but everything you did not think was going to sell out sold out. Them gammas, baby. I still got a drop alert for you. We still looking for a 7 for you.
Yeah, I'm tight.
Yeah,
I'm tight.
But I think it's because, like, you would imagine something like the Tokyos, like everybody would want them, and then everybody didn't want them. So everything you thought everybody would want, they didn't. It was the other things that we have forgotten about.
But I also think that's just like stock size, right? Like if you're we're so used to stock size being so gigantic, right? That I was literally gonna say this, but like that when we see all these pages being like, oh, y'all gotta watch out, stock's limited. Like we take it as like
we don't take it.
We like get out of here. It's gonna be easy
It's
to
always
get.
a selling point, right? Like we always hear that.
We just want the clicks. We just want the clicks.
Yeah.
And so like we look at those posts and then we're like, and then when it actually happens, we're like, oh snap, you were right.
And I think the same thing happened with the undefeated 4s, where it was too much. Everybody thought it was going to be hard to get, and so you got it, and you was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be because everybody got it.
Everybody got a pair.
Everybody
Except for me.
You didn't get a pair. How you didn't get a pair?
I ended up. I called you on the phone. I ended up trading for mine. I ended up trading for a pair of mine and had to pay resale. Everybody
I got
got
mine on the second time around when they brought more out. Somebody else was able to get them for me.
Man, I was tight because I again was in Chicago when they did the Geo drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got there the day after. So I couldn't enter in for it, and I was like, so are any pairs hanging around?
What I understand, even though you made certain people that got to that drop still didn't even hit though.
Yeah.
So
But then a lot of people hit on the equal drop.
Big
A
time.
lot of
That
people
was-
hit
I
on the
did.
equal
That's
drop.
how I hit.
I was sweating on that
I
one.
don't think that everybody thought Union would have so many pairs themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because normally they don't get as
Undefeated.
much. I'm sorry, undefeated got as many pairs themselves. However, I will circle back around to the Unions and the Jordan 1s that they dropped, where I feel like everybody who got them were people who didn't have the originals, and so it was like it's something that, oh man, let me get these shadows.
It did come out this
So
year, didn't it?
I think Jordan Brand did an amazing job this year. Huh?
No,
I was like, dang, those did come out earlier this year, didn't they? And I'm like,
These came out this year. Everybody,
yeah, that's right. Like February, right?
That was,
January, February.
that was
Yeah,
All-Star Weekend. It was,
Yes,
February.
It was foams, it was those, it was...
Yeah, I struck out on Galaxy
it didn't
foam.
stop that
But
weekend,
I think that's the point of this conversation. Like, so much stuff has come out. So it's very hard to limit things to a 10 sneaker conversation. And Complex does such a great, amazing job of baiting us into conversation. Like, 8 of them were Jordan and Nikes, right?
Yeah.
And so, but then as we're all talking, there's so many other brands that begin to raise up. And I think for me, one of the brands that it was a sleeper for me that I didn't even know existed
Great sleeper.
was the RSVP Gallery in Brooks. Like, First of all, this is a beautiful shoe created by a Black designer, and the comfort level on this shoe.
Insane.
I hiked and kayaked in it for over 12 hours, and I forgot that it was on my foot.
Nice.
Like, it's not something that everybody would like, oh, I need to have it. But what I'm realizing about companies like Brooks and like Hoka is that they create shoes for us old folks in our knees, in our feet.
I am not
But
calling
also
myself
realizing
old.
like we're on our feet a lot, and so we need something that is
Yeah.
able to
need
hold it. And so it's
But
wonderful
also
to have
still
a
fly too.
and stay fly.
Yeah.
Because these are fly.
Yeah.
Those are fly.
I was a
Those
little
are
upset.
fly.
I saw everybody getting them. I was like, hold on, what is this running around the street? Can I have one? And so shout out to Peter. These are just an amazing shoe.
Peter.
Shout out Peter.
This
Shout out
is,
to Peter.
as you can see, they are worn. I wore them in Arizona, and they were covered in dust and mud, and I washed them. So durable shoe.
No,
put them
yeah.
in a wash.
I
I gotta wear
It
mine.
still exists.
Now I gotta wear mine.
I wore those in the
worn mine
rain,
yet.
and I was like, "Is this gonna be waterproof?" Because it doesn't look. It looks
It
like.
doesn't look it.
I don't know how Don C decided that like I'm gonna figure out a material that looks like paper but doesn't act like paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
This is,
Yeah.
and I think just the ease of use, putting it on, it being fly but also functional. I think that's what I was looking for with this type of conversation. Is something that isn't just the regular, oh, okay, I got my top 10, but like, what did I wear?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide on over to your man Kari.
If we're talking about influential names in sneakers that really are moving the needle, there's no way that we can't discuss some of the more prominent independent artists. And the one that I want to talk about today is none other than John Geiger, the Pittsburgh native that went from being Darrell Revis's right-hand man to building an empire through his own independent company. Throughout the years, we've seen John take bigger and bigger chances on himself, constantly evolving and improving on what he's doing, going from making customized Air Force Ones through the Misplaced Check series to now where he is making some of the best independent footwear that always sells out. Now, why is that? How is it that John Geiger was the one that was able to create the legacy that he's creating? How is it that he was able to face Nike one-on-one, head-to-head in a David and Goliath type match and win? I think you can trace that to three main pillars with John. The first being integrity. John is a man of the people. He's always been somebody who was a stand-up guy. He's the face of his own brand, and he's not afraid to speak up for himself and be one of the first people to really interact with the community and get them really involved and excited about his independent brand. He's one of the first people that went from seeding out just celebrities to actually showing love to people who are really spending their hard-earned money on all of his product and making sure that they feel that same love back. Now, the second thing about John is his paperwork. And this is something that I've mentioned about a lot of independent artists out here. Yes, you might be talented, but if your paperwork and your business isn't right, you're not going to get as far as you would like to get. And that's something that really saved John, especially when it came to things like his Nike case and dealing with some of the other opposition that he's dealt with over the years. When you own your trademarks and you do the right paperwork, that's the thing that can really set you apart from a lot of other independent artists and customizers out here that pretty much just infringe on trademarks and hoping that they don't get hit with a cease and desist, which most times they do. And the third thing about John is just having a good eye for design. John being the designer that he is and having the mind that he has, going from the 001, which was very fashion forward, the 002, which was a daring design based on those sock runners, the 003, which was kind of a take on what the Balenciagas and designer sneakers looked like that day, getting into shoes like the GF01, highs and lows, and then of course getting into the 004, this shoe that I definitely think is really the one that put him on the map and got a lot of people on his radar and got him on a lot of people's radar. And then of course the brand new 005, which features even more of his forward thinking mentality, calling 2025 3025, really thinking to the future. Now we've seen this type of visionary type of design in other people in the past and we've praised them. We should be doing the same thing for John Geiger as well. He's proven time and time again that he has a really keen eye for design, and I'm excited to see what he's cooking up next. But this 004, this was the one right here that really put him on. This was the one that probably made him a lot of money and really got him in front of a lot of people's face. So kudos to John. I've loved seeing what he's doing out here. You guys can let me know what y'all think about John Geiger. Is he an unsung hero in the sneaker game and in the community and the culture? Or if you don't feel that way, what's your take on John? I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts.
And I'm gonna pass it to Daryl because he got something that didn't even enter the conversation because of his late arrival.
Them GTs.
So this is the GT Future.
Big old shoe. It's a
one
long,
mold.
It's a long shoe.
Would you
in general.
size up, brother?
So this
did
is
you
so
size
I
up a half
thought I
or
was
full?
doing a good job at sizing up and getting a 13 and a half. I'm a 13. I got a 13 and a half thinking I'll leave myself some space. And it was still too snug. So I need a 14 moving forward in G2 Futures, but
Now, what I will say is I went up a whole size and it was too long. So what I did hear was if you wear it, it does start to form like a foam posit.
Yeah, it does.
But if it's too tight at the top, don't do it. So it's a give or take on it, whether you go up a half a size or a whole size.
Because I went up a half, and it's fine for me. But I
Yeah.
also like to wear my shoes just a little tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the half to me, if I would have got my regular size at 8.5 in men's, I would have been upset.
yeah.
But the 9 gives me a little bit more space
Yeah, I
in
went
there.
up
Like
a
a
whole
9.5 would have
size.
been too
So-
much.
Mine.
So talk to us about
Yeah,
it.
but
So these, you had to be at New York. It was a New York versus New York game hosted by Nike and Foot Locker. There was like a geolocation, geofence, so you couldn't spoof the location or anything like that. After a certain time period, they put up pre-orders. Only 300 pairs of these they made and open for pre-order. So this is Nike testing their pre-order. They're going to be rolling out pre-orders. So they did it with this. They also did it with the Kobe 3
Kobe,
Christmas
yeah.
that
Yep.
drops next week.
Yep.
But this pair they did only 300 pairs, and I pre-ordered a 13 and a half, and they promised to bring these out before any other model. So this came out before the Wale pair and before the silver pair that dropped today.
That's my favorite color.
So this is
colorway
really,
in it.
it's really
Those
called
look really
Fire,
good.
and I think they obviously resemble Fire, and they are Fire. I love the model, very in that foam posit Alpha Project family. So really good Nike basketball shoe.
Great
And I
shoe.
think I'm looking forward to that shoe being tweaked more,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
whenever you do a new model, like you try to hit it out the park, and it's like they took really big design risk with it. Did Frank do that one?
No.
He worked on the team.
He worked on the team because there was
Okay.
there's
Another
another black
designer.
woman by
Yeah,
the
it's
name
a
of
black
Whitney.
woman, yes.
And she's
She was
on that
actually in
team as well
Detroit.
too
Right.
for that.
when we were all in Detroit. she
Yeah,
was there.
yeah.
Yep.
They took a major risk with it, and so I'm interested to see how they'll work out the tech inside of it going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
But when you do put it on, it is comfortable to the
It
bottom
is
of your
comfortable.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I was surprised about that shoe is how light it is.
Yeah.
really
Because it
really
looks
light.
like it would
really
be
light
heavy.
shoe, but
Yeah.
it looks so heavy. So the
I heard you
technology
should
that
not
they put
ball
in
in
there
that,
to make
though.
it light, it was
I
good.
wouldn't ball in it. You
I
gonna
actually
try
saw
Daryl?
somebody did.
Who
They
did?
did, didn't they?
A whole team, but everybody was telling me, They were like,
I think it's mixed reviews. Well, I'll probably try. I'll try in this pair, maybe not. If I
A
get the
full? You
silver
gonna run a
pair-
full? Huh? You gonna run a full?
If I get the silver pair, I think I would. These are the Wales I probably wouldn't. I would probably just wear them like casually.
Yeah.
But if I get the silver pair, I definitely would try. Am I right size of 14? I think I definitely would. It's mixed reviews. Some people saying they're like, oh, they're good, like
Yeah.
standard basketball, and some people saying not so much. But I think the jury's still out. Like you said, like them tinkering around with the technology and figuring out, what works, what doesn't. So like I'm sure you probably see a GT Future 2 maybe next
Yeah.
year or
Give
some
me-
type
give
of
me-
evolution.
you may-
Yeah.
give
Now,
me-
I saw somewhere a hot pink pair.
Now that
So-
would
Now
be
I
fire.
saw it and I was
that
like,
pink? Like the
There's
That would
like
be fire.
bright,
bright?
bright,
Yeah.
bright.
so there.
Yes.
Bright pink.
You know what? Similar
and I
to
was
the
like,
to the Sunder.
with black hits.
That pink Sunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
has like the
That,
black hits on it. I was like, please, Spot, I got these.
So there's,
It's a yellow
there's
pair
actually
dropping.
colors.
I
like
that.
that.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say
that's
something.
fire.
You may want to cut it.
And I was gonna say, Rick, don't
Like
say
what?
nothing.
So there's colors that have been in my house that I've
Yeah.
had to take photos of. that-
Nice.
Pink part of that?
Unfortunately, no. But there's purple. There's purple. There's some copper-looking ones.
I think we've seen the copper.
nice.
Copper ones.
I need
There's
to see this purple.
fluorescent bottoms, almost looking like.
They're gonna flood the market.
Yeah, you're gonna see
You
it.
know
And
they're
I've
gonna
already-
run
Yeah.
it. You
They're
know
gonna
they
flood the
gonna-
market.
I've
I just
already-
want-
I've
I
already
just-
shot the second shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
So-
if one picture just so happens to be in my DM, I won't feel it. And I won't share it.
So
and no one heard this
I
conversation.
will say this, and I don't know if you're gonna keep it or not, but there's a high and there's a low.
So I'll see. I think a low will go crazy.
There's a
Low-
low?
low-
Would go
I'll
crazy.
just put it
Low
to you
would
like
go
this. If you
crazy.
ever remember, do you remember the Duncan posit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, looks something very similar to Duncan posit.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm excited for that.
I'm
I
excited.
just want a Nike back to GT Future.
Back to GT.
Back to GC Future's
Come on,
crazy.
want-
it's right there.
You want?
It's
Yeah.
right there.
Stop
Just
giving
put
up stop giving up the free work now.
I just want them to bring the Jason
I'm
Kids
not, I'm
back.
not a sneaker designer.
Bring the
Yeah,
Jason
but I'm
Kids
saying.
back.
Yeah.
So who else? Anybody else have new models? New models?
Me, Abdul.
Yes, she does.
Abdul, hold on.
That is
that is top.
Love.
That is top.
Listen, I love these.
And I don't want to talk about them.
And what's crazy is, like, of course, they're reminiscent of
I want to talk
the
about them.
we don't talk about how I got these. That was wild. The story of how I got these is wild. Because I literally got these based off of like a comment. I commented on a post and I was like, I would love a pair, any color, I don't care, but I don't want to pay a stack. And I got a message like, what's your size? And I was like,
Father God, in the name of Jesus.
listen. And they showed up at the crib and I was like, ah. I think my neighbor called 911, I think, because I was definitely screaming and running around the house. But I was very excited, very excited.
Good reason to.
But I really, really love these. And they're actually, they look like they're comfortable. They are comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just really love like the exaggerated look of them.
Now, school me onto something. Wasn't this a model prior that wasn't released or released and then
It's
Pharrell
a
did a tweet?
cartoonified,
I think,
basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Cartoonified,
Yeah.
Squid.
Addie
Star or something or other.
No, the squid is a different,
Oh, okay.
is a
yeah, it's a
takedown of that
takedown of
model.
that.
Take down of
Yes,
this.
yeah.
There was an
Yes,
actual
yeah.
model, and then I guess Pharrell,
Yeah.
like you
I forgot
said,
the name of it.
he
Yeah.
Simpsonized it,
And,
right?
yeah, tweaked it, yeah. And then it also takes a little bit of from the, what is that, the Balenciaga
Yeah, a
shoe
little
as well
bit,
too.
yeah.
But one thing about, I hated
thank
that
you.
shoe because it was just huge and
heavy.
clunky and heavy.
And not comfortable.
And not comfortable. It's
And
like literally wearing a
$2,000.
brick that you pay two stacks for on
Yeah.
your feet. I don't know if that would be for me. It's for someone else.
Yeah.
It's not for.
And I think on the spaces the other night, everybody was like, "Oh no, you're gonna forget about that shoe in 2 years." And I don't think so. I think
I give it 5.
Well, I think because of
Dang.
I think if you put it on and you wear it and
Yeah.
you realize that it has much more a longer lasting value, because the reality is people are still wearing Balenciagas. They're still wearing thicker, chunkier sneaks.
Yeah.
And so for me, as a person who's short, I love it because it catches all of my pants that I don't have to hem. And so I had it on the
Facts.
other day, and I love that sneaker. I love it.
They're so
I
good.
love it. It's
They're
good.
very wearable,
Yeah.
especially like if you get like this color or like the gray
Gray
and
color.
white.
The orange
Those-
color was
Orange
The
color
orange
is-
too,
the orange
like
was
even the
fire.
all black, like they're just wearable. You can wear them. Why are you looking at me like
I
that?
think that shoe is horrendous.
What I would say though about it is I don't like the release. I don't like how it released.
What?
You don't like the
limited?
release?
like
You
the
said?
release?
It was really
Which
limited.
one? They've been rolling it out
I
forever.
thought the release was probably the coolest part.
Yeah.
I did not like it because
The
I felt
first-
Like the bag?
The bag.
No. I like how the packaging
Yeah,
was.
the
I'm talking
packaging
about
was
the
fire.
overall release.
yeah,
how
how they
they
get 'em.
actually
But they're
get them.
releasing it like a designer shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't play with me. Because you know people won't go
I mean,
through it.
So-
you know
so if they
people won't
flooded
go.
the market,
I copped
You
two
didn't have
times.
to flood the market. Just
No.
I didn't like
I mean,
the
they
Pharrell
came out
thing.
with
The
the-
raffle went up, then it came down,
The
then it went
second
up, then
version.
it
There's
came
some
down. and
people
I'm just
actually
like, okay.
got this shoe for free
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
legitimately.
they entered the raffle.
Yeah.
on the
They
site, you
legit
paid,
gave it
and then he just
to
gave the money back.
Yeah, that was cool.
So I hit on, I don't know, I hit on two raffle. I hit on a raffle and then Soul Savvy just randomly dropped some pairs
Yeah.
the day after Thanksgiving, and I realized that nobody is checking their phones on holidays.
Yeah.
Because they just sat, and I just started sending them to people that the size that it was, and they was like, "Is this real?" I was like, "Yes, it's real." I don't think there's
I know a Wake Five.
no. I don't think there's a perfect way to release something that everyone wants. Because
No,
someone's not
definitely
going to
not.
be happy.
I
Now,
mean,
I do
that's-
think there's a horrible way to do it where you go to the site and as soon as you go on there, everything's sold out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
First come, first
I don't even think at this point we're really fighting against bots as much as we're fighting against each other.
But I think the issue though for me was like I didn't really see a lot of people win. I saw like
Yeah,
a
they
few
were
nest
limited.
eggs,
Yeah.
right? Or even like the people who actually got like few pairs, like free pairs. But I didn't see a lot of W's.
I don't think they have a lot of them.
On really any of them, any of the colorways.
But I also think that like when it comes to a shoe where, like, all right, I say this, the normies like it.
Yeah.
Like
Not the hey guys, you all are important. You all are important. There's no such thing as a normie. I'm looking at my camera. You all are important. There's no such thing as a normie. We're just saying the general population that does not wear sneakers or buy sneakers as much as us.
The
Continue.
general
Yes.
release.
Thank you for the
release.
disclaimer because we were like, "What's a
The
normie?"
normies. You ain't gonna get me eaten up.
I get jumped outside by
Right.
people in 990s.
Oh my god. No.
Listen, Saucony's A6
Listen, I
right
know
here.
him, but I don't
all
know
of
him
my
like
foot,
that.
all of my
DRs.
face, just getting stomped on.
Yeah.
But when it reaches the masses like that, like we're not gonna see people posting their W's because they're just like, I just got this shoe that I wanted, and I'm just gonna, oh my God, I can't tell, I'm not to tell nobody,
Yeah.
you know? So like, Yes, we'll see.
I didn't want to tell people that I got it because everybody was like, "You got it," and I was like, "Yeah, my bad."
Because it was nobody had it.
I know.
So it was like very shocking.
I
when
ain't
you
going
actually
front when
saw
I
somebody
hit on that
had it.
raffle. I said,
I had some
What's
people
this?
in my comments for sure, and
Yeah.
my DMs that were like, "Of course."
But I think, but I also think that they're doing a good job of rolling them out slow to preserve it and not
Yeah.
Kanye-ize it. But then also the takedowns. I saw the takedowns in
Accomplishments?
June. No, I saw them in June. And I stood at that table for like 10, 15 minutes. Like, I couldn't tell what it was yet,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because it looked so close to it, and I hadn't seen that yet. And I was like, it's not it, but man, this is a good version of it.
Yeah.
And so I think people are really going to enjoy the squids. I know everybody's like, oh, they're going to flood it. It's not going to be able to. I think they're going to flood the market with the squids and just keep rolling those out in different colors very slowly.
But you know what?
Yeah,
I think,
I saw-
let me
And
ask
these
you
are going
this
to continue to be
though.
limited.
go ahead.
Based on what you said though, do you think that that could be a hindrance to them? Because like, think about it. Today's population attention span is about the size of a nut. Right?
Wow.
All right.
And that's being generous.
no disclaimer for that.
I'm being very, because
Well,
it's
I
true.
think, well, we all ADHD.
Okay?
For sure.
It's true. So with the attention span being that short,
Yeah.
you don't think that it could pull people away from wanting it?
No, because I think the younger generation, if you look at what they wear, they all wear the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's something that everybody can get. So think about the Sambas, right? Baby, them teeny boppers love them Sambas.
Love them Sambas.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're not something that we would wear. Like I saw one of the young guys around here today, he had on some GR Sauconys. It's not something I would wear, but they literally go looking for the GR thing. That's $120, $130,
Yeah.
right?
It's a $300 shoe though. Keep that
They
in
not gonna
mind.
buy that, but they gonna
Right,
buy
that's
that
why the
130.
squids-
That's why the squids are gonna do better.
160 for the squids,
So I
right?
think
Yeah.
our
I think so.
attention span will be a little different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But theirs, they wear sneakers until they can't wear them no more now.
And still wear
And so
them.
I think it's just the different types of markets that we have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Like-
think that'll keep this, I think that'll keep this elevated too. I think the goal was to make this elevated, to make this
Luxury.
not
Yeah.
accessible and to have that luxurious type of feel. So we're gonna come out with a squid that everyone can have access to,
Yeah.
that's affordable, that parents can get for their kids going back to school or over the summer or whatever. And then we can still keep this elevated. This is for a certain echelon of buyer
Yeah.
or consumer. So I
It is
think
not
that
for
they'll
everyday
still
consumer.
I think they'll still have their luster, right?
Bad and bougie.
Right. This is for the bad and bougie.
Hello.
Got you.
I am bad and bougie. I'll take that.
So like when I think sneakers and I think how the way it trickles down, right?
Yeah.
You know, we always say we're the ones that are buying this stuff, but I
Yeah.
think we're the ones that are making this stuff cool so that the
Yes.
people are so that the brands can be like, hey, how do we get more money out of
Yeah.
this stuff? And so you
Yeah.
get the takedowns, and then from there you get down to the DSW,
The team
know.
Jordans and the $49.99 Nikes.
So like
Yeah.
this color, we'll see this color again.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see this color in the squid,
on a-
and then we'll
right.
see it in the calamari, and then we'll see it in the, you know, in the-
Calamari is crazy.
Calamari is crazy.
scrimp.
The scrimps.
yeah, and the scrimps after that. But like, I think it's the like once you have to usher in that all that's acceptable, and I think like. All right, like everybody likes these. They're cool. I like if you love it, I like it. Whatever. But like, at the end,
But you're not the type of person that would wear those.
I could just
Nah.
show
Yeah,
them
no,
this.
it's not your style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, it's not your style.
Yeah.
And
But
there's
like,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. But that's why we have a plethora of different silhouettes to choose from because not everything, you know what I mean?
not over here bringing the.
No, this is no hate, brother. It's not hate. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, new models, and then what models came out previously that came back that you're like, this is amazing?
Well, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
say
get
a
to do my new
model.
model.
back in
I'm
my
not gonna say
I
a
don't get to
model.
do my new model.
Oh, you got a new model.
Right,
My bad.
this is 2010.
I didn't even see it in
no,
hand.
that-
Yeah,
that's a good one.
the New Balance 2010 Joe Freshgoods, right? This is the new model, right?
yeah, that's a new model.
All right,
So
that's it.
educate us on it, brother. Educate us on it.
Shit, I'm educating
Joe.
myself right now.
Okay.
No, but yeah, Joe Freshgoods dropped these this year. This is the bag ladies, right?
Yes.
Bag lady.
Bag lady.
Yeah, that's the bag lady.
You gon' hurt your bag.
Bagging all them
Yeah.
bags.
Shout out to Erica Badu.
And it looks
Not a
like a
singer.
bag.
It does.
But what I thought was really cool about this is that he added these like little functions to
Yes.
add
Yeah.
bracelets, right?
Chains,
Yeah.
bracelets, yep.
I didn't put both sides with the JFGs, but
Yeah.
like doing it and kind of like customizing it,
Yeah.
it was really cool, and adding these fuzzy laces.
Yeah, fuzzy
Like,
laces are fire.
I think the laces. So I saw them in person at Complex Con.
Yeah.
But the laces, I think Chef did those. Chef Doomy did them.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
but the laces elevated them so much that I
Yeah.
was like, absolutely
Yes.
need those.
Still want
Yeah.
a pair of
Like-
these. I'm really sad.
So even just talking about Joe and his storytelling,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
hand-me-downs, that was the other
The
pair.
hand-me-downs are great
hand-me-downs.
too.
The
Those are the black
hand-me-downs.
I
ones.
think
Yeah.
that
the
one
bag
was more
lady.
limited, right?
It was,
Like,
Yeah,
because
he
that was
was.
exclusive
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
And then that got the wider release. But even the story behind that, like, we all know the Erykah Badu reference, bag lady, but just the traditional bag lady, everyday hustler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just going
Yeah.
around the city, making it happen. May not have a lot,
Yes.
But she working
but
with what
they
she got.
she
Yeah.
working with what she got and she
Yeah.
making a way. You know what I'm saying? Or even the story of hand-me-downs. Like we all
Yeah.
can relate to, getting something passed down.
And it's in a material that speaks to that too.
It does.
Right?
It
That
does.
You can wear
it
the
does.
you can bust those down.
You can.
And you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be able
These
to
are super
tell.
comfy.
At all.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
comfortable.
I
Yeah.
also
Gotta
think
switch
that
back
like
to
the
this.
rollout around it as well, where he's like doing my In My Bag
Yeah.
series and letting his people talk
Yep.
his
Yeah.
stuff, and
Fire.
I think that like, and then doing the rec center, like that,
that
was,
was a cool
so
experience.
dope.
It was,
I wish I
it was
could have pulled
innovative.
up.
And I think it speaks to like the idea of like just get better with time.
Yes.
Yes.
But I also think the thing that doesn't really get called out is how community centric everything
Extremely.
that he does
Everything.
is.
Extremely.
And it's super intentional. He's all about bringing new artists
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
help using his name to bolster up as many people as he can,
Yes.
so that you can also move forward with your things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you get to go to a function that he throws after like Complex Con or like BFF, like he's always like, yo, pull up, like we'll hang out at a regular ass bar. We're not gonna do no table service or nothing like that. Like it's just a
gonna
regular
chill.
bar.
Yeah.
We're all talking, we're chilling, he's like super approachable and all that. But
Yeah.
like I think that his projects speak in terms of just like longevity, where it's just like you can always come back to it and be like,
Yeah.
I mean, even the one next to you.
I was gonna say, we forgot these came out this year
Age
too.
levels,
Yeah.
yeah.
And those are so
we went
pretty.
to the rec and I had on something from like I think this 2021 drop. He was like, I gotta stay away from the pastels. But I think he does pastels so well. He
does.
And I think his timing and when he drops shows that he does not care about the media recognition.
Yeah.
He intentionally didn't drop him at Complex Con because he's like, no, this is for the people.
Yeah.
And so I think Joe and his team continue to light a stage, but also to support Black people like no other.
Yeah.
Like he's very intentional that this is for community and this is for the culture in which I was raised in.
Yeah.
And what
Love
I
that.
do appreciate about him, even with telling Black stories, he tells the happy side of the Black story.
Yes.
It's not always
Yeah.
about
We don't have
like
a
the
struggle
trauma.
Even
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
Like,
Built on
I'm so
trauma.
tired
Yeah.
of hearing about Black trauma.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
that. I love that point.
So even him talking about like the good things, we all can relate to certain things, even with the bag lady and the
Yeah.
reference. But it's still something good in
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if you have a chance, and this is for everybody that's like watching this, or and if you haven't yet, watch his documentary. If you have a chance,
Documentary.
Yes, the documentary was
that
good.
documentary.
He's gonna be
Documentary
touring
was
it next
good.
year.
Yeah.
The documentary was really
Yeah.
good.
And he
great.
said that he will not be putting it out online.
No.
So that you have to
You have to
see
go
it.
in person,
you have to go
which
see it.
which
Yeah.
swings back to his
Where is this?
community.
Where-
Wherever it pops up.
Wherever it pops up.
It's gonna go
Okay.
back
We just so
around next
happened to
year.
watch it when we were
Yeah.
in Detroit
Yeah.
for Black Footwear Forum, but it is really great.
I'm trying to get
good.
him.
It's
I've
really
offered the
good.
space for him to come in Philly and do it too. They're all
Beautiful,
beautiful.
iconic.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to the conversation of we're so used to certain shoes, certain silhouettes being widely available.
Yeah.
This fooled the hell out of us.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Everybody
still
slept.
Everybody.
strong at a
Over
Everybody
500.
slept on it.
Yes.
Everybody.
Everybody thought they was gonna sit.
Everybody, because you thought you was gonna get them.
Yeah.
I surely did.
And I'm mad I didn't get two.
Yeah, literally. I think everybody who got
I'm
one
really
got
We
upset.
don't
Like,
need double.
if you were
we gonna
lucky
kill
enough
this.
to get
We don't
one.
need to. We don't need it.
I'm gonna beat these down.
Beat it. Then
It's-
enjoy
Beat
it.
him down, enjoy it.
But
On
I
to the
would
next.
want to pay, like once these beat in like 2-3 years, and I look back.
You got
They'll
2,
be
3
back
years.
again.
You know how
Don't
long
worry
2,
about it.
3
They'll
years
come back
is?
out.
They'll be back there.
Do
Don't
you
worry.
know how hard I can be on shoes sometimes? You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
facts.
But I
I ain't
think
never
this is
facts.
double up worthy though. I think if
Yeah.
we don't double
You
up,
can.
this
This
is
is
a
double
classic.
worthy.
This
It's
is
a classic
OG.
silhouette.
For sure.
This is something you would double up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, one of those shoes that was like the return of something, but
that they did well, because sometimes when a
did
return
really
comes
good.
back, it's not
Received
normally
well.
received or done well. There's
Yeah.
always something to
Yes.
complain about, and there was no complaints.
No,
Yeah.
but with that
None.
shoe
It was a
though,
great shoe.
Yeah.
that shoe, if you think about it, like when we grew up, we knew about that shoe.
Yes.
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 Then you got to think about the kids that are being born
Yeah.
from the parents of the people that know that shoe.
Yes.
As soon as that shoe gets released, like that last time it got
Yeah.
retroed,
It's like the Gammas.
Crazy.
It's the
Yeah.
Gamma story, right?
Yeah.
But nobody wanted them though, and that's I think that's what irritated me. with the
No,
Gammas.
no one. Well,
But nobody wants anything
Nah,
until,
the
general
until
public-
they drop. Then
the
everybody
gener-
wants
the-
everything.
The general bougie public didn't want them.
I can't even say
However,
that.
however, the people that it came out, because one of the stories that's forgotten about with the Gamma story is that the 21-year-old that is coming out now, that came
Right.
out when they were like 10,
Yeah,
11,
exactly.
12.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that was the shoe that they wanted to get.
He couldn't get.
That's
So
their
it wasn't for
story. That's their
necessarily
entry into
us,
sneakers.
Yeah,
but it
for
was
them.
their barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they wanted it. We didn't want
because
it.
that
and
was their
then-
Christmas shoe.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was their
That
Christmas
That was
shoe.
that Christmas shoe. That's that
That was
Bugs
their
Bunny 8 that I bought today.
I remember because
Fourth grade. Fourth grade, Easter, everybody was rocking them Jones, and I was out here with Payless.
when the Gammas dropped the first time, like it was the height of Nike tech suits.
Yeah.
It
like
was.
so.
Yep.
It was like the uniform was
Blackout.
Tekken 11.
Tech
Black
11.
Tekken 11.
You
Yeah.
know, you sold how much money you made
Oh,
off of that?
a ton.
That commission was crazy.
No, a ton. No, but
Get commission?
used to.
Oh man, that's why y'all was nice.
No, I think with the
crying.
11s is it was like you guys said, somebody who was younger who couldn't have it. But I've also come across a bunch of people who said, I had it in the grade school size, now I want it in the adult size.
Yeah.
Or it was, I was too little to go with my brother who went and camped out. He, or
Yeah.
I caught the L then, now I got it now, or I had the saving,
Yeah.
was $10 short, and now I got a ton of money to, so it's a bunch of variations of somehow they missed out and couldn't get.
Yeah.
And now they can, or I had it and I just need it again because I
Yeah.
grew out of it. I got my first girlfriend in this, or I
Yeah.
got my first whatever, and now I need it again to tell the story. So I
Yeah.
think it's a bunch of
Nostalgia,
variations, but
for
I think
sure.
it was a big story to tell. And I think a lot of people underestimate it because usually we always say
11s.
Christmas is 11s, it's
Yeah.
a million pairs.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a million pairs
Not
of
this
these.
time around.
Not this time.
So
They
people
caught
just
us.
thought they were just going to just walk up and
And they
dare to
did
get
not-
them.
they did
and we
not.
had a couple
Gotcha.
11s that came out a couple Christmas ago that weren't really well received.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Obvious.
staple colorways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this wasn't it.
That was actually, so the Gamma was, aside from Cool Grays and Space Jams, Gammas was like Jordan Brand's first jump with an 11 with a different
Yeah.
colorway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, different
Yep.
look.
Yep.
I think that changed the
Yeah.
I thought it was
a lot
72
from,
and 10s.
no, Gammas were
Gammas
first.
came first.
72, yeah, it was Gammas,
72
and then I
and 10s
think
came
72 and 10s were the year after that. But that changed everything. Jordan Brand was starting to take a chance with new colors. Like they did Toro Bravo 4s, they did Gamma 11s, they did Oreo 4s,
Oreo
Fear
4s, yeah.
4s,
Reel it
all of
back.
those.
Reel it back.
Yeah, and it was like the first time you saw.
We took a lot of
It went
risks.
too far
Yeah,
out.
you saw an 11 with a different color. It was all
I was
blacked
born in
out.
2013, so I don't know.
Bel Air 5. That was
came out.
Black
that,
Grapes came out
Yeah.
that year.
I
And
will
those
say
things flew
the
too.
ugliest
13.
11 that I do like, it just
Yes.
only because of its association with Pantones are the Pantone 11s, but they
So
are hidden.
that was
That's crazy.
and they bamboozled you into buying that damn 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to get the blue Pantone, you had the gift of flight pack. It was
Yeah.
called, and it was the blue
Like
pair and this
$500.
funky ass 29. It was white with Carolina elephant
yeah.
print. It was terrible. I sold that.
It's so
shoe.
terrible.
Well, you guys were talking real quick about like models that
Yes,
resurfaced,
yes.
right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was
17.
waiting for you
Yes.
to talk about them.
Like,
Still pissed.
Chicago 11.
One of my favorite
Chicago,
shoes this year.
the funny
Chicago.
thing,
None
before-
of them
before I
came out
here,
under a 7.
the significance of the colorway, or the beach color that he
Yeah.
used, based
Yeah.
off of everyone from Chicago. So
Yeah.
like Don C used it for his 2.
Virgil used it for the
rest in
4s.
peace, did it for his 4.
Yeah.
And Easy wanted to use the same color for the 17, and kind of so that everything could be kind of be packaged together and showcased that way. That was 1, and then 2, obviously, 17s don't necessarily get so much love, right?
Yeah. They're hard as heck to get
Hard
on.
as heck to get on, and everybody, the constant is anything. I don't wear anything after 14.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But there's still some models after 14 that are
A lot of models after 14 that are good.
yeah. And a guy's name on Instagram is 23
BC.
BC. Shout out,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That
Great
man
guy.
has been doing his work for quite some time now, highlighting like 15s, 16s, and then these, and just again the talk about the different colors of the infinity stones on the bottom.
Yep, I was just gonna
shouting out
say,
each
yeah,
individual
yeah.
color that
Yeah.
came out.
Yep.
That was huge. And then
the glove.
And the glove, I have it out. Well, I got the box somewhere around here, but just to have that DNA look,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you go to the archives of Nike and see the box that they pull those shoes out from.
Yeah.
Amazing. So
Great shoe.
definitely a great shoe, 100%.
So I've been there. I've been to DNA.
I've been there.
Likewise, me too.
Same.
It's a beautiful,
I know,
beautiful
you definitely
space.
for sure. You used to work at Nike. But what's really dope is I got to actually like get a presentation from Wilson and how
Really?
he made the 17.
Yeah.
And like he talked about how he wants it to move like jazz. It's supposed to be you're supposed to be improvising.
Yeah.
You put you get the sheath on, you get the vest on, vest off.
Right.
Like,
Right.
What was really cool, I think the thing that gets so swept under the rug, and it actually made me like the 17 after he said this, was that all those little panels on the bottom is actually like the sensor plates that Jordan used to find out where the positioning of his feet, like when he lands
that's
and
crazy.
jumps.
Interesting.
Oh, that's
All right.
fire.
didn't
I
know
never
that.
knew that.
That's what's up.
That's
They
fire.
changed those colors, yeah, like you said, like, Brian found, has every single original colorway.
Yes.
And then there was like one that's like a Bibby PE.
So it's
on
purple
there.
for
Yeah,
Bibby,
purple.
red
Yeah,
for
purple
the
for
ones that
Bibby.
Mike Vick used to
Yeah.
wear
Yep.
on the
Yep.
field.
Yep.
There's a yellow, which was the lightning color that Jordan wore with the Wizards. There's a blue one that Jordan wore when he was with the Wizards, and my foot again. But like the fact that they took inspiration from that and incorporated that into the shoes was a good look.
What's dope is that Easy did spend all that time to like pay homage to a division that it's supposed to be a super secret.
Yeah.
And like you're only supposed to get invited in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Yep.
And like, yes, I got invited, I got to be able to see it. Like, it's cool,
Yeah.
but it's like when you're in there, that shoe actually makes me feel like what I like. Remember, my boy took me through everything, like the timeline. You get to see the timeline of when Nike was created all the way to
now.
like
So the
now.
waffle,
Yeah.
you see the
It's
waffle
great.
all the
It's
way
such
up
a
to
great
now?
experience.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the original
is.
waffles. That,
Yeah.
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 That's
crazy.
Waffles.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
I'm about to switch it up. I got a shoe. I'm gonna
Switch it up.
Talk about my little
Those
Vans.
Vans.
Yes,
Vans
those.
is-
Nah,
Vans
the
making a
resurgence-
return.
the
They
Vans
coming
No,
back.
she took it off. She
The
took it
Vans
off.
are
They
taking
coming
it off.
back.
They had a big year, really
They
big
had
year.
a
These
really,
are
very
really,
big.
Really
like
big year.
in high school. I used to think I was like a rock or something a little bit.
Rockstar.
Rockstar lifestyle, Mike. No,
That's it.
anyway, so when these came out, I was like, yo, I have to have these. The color, the pop, even the white. I was kind of like skeptical about the white, but seeing them in person, they look really good. The black, of course. Like, I just feel like these have been, I don't want to say slept on because people were going crazy for them at Complex Con. People were going crazy when they came
Oh yeah,
back out.
that lawn was long.
Long.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, nah. I have to swing
Vans is
back.
having a year.
But they
having a
definitely
year.
have had a year. They have, and I really, really enjoy these. Like, I've been beating them. Like this with like a leather jacket, you know what I'm saying? And
Little
jeans.
confit.
jeans.
Little confit.
Yeah.
possibly a
Yeah.
Scully.
Yeah. With
And
the
you've got
bedazzled
yourself
beanie.
fit there, gentlemen. And now you're cool.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, one shoe I do want to talk about that caused a lot of.
A lot of
Boat.
rockets,
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
baby.
rockets.
Young boat.
Look at that little shoe.
Let's talk about Lil Boat. Now,
They
especially
gave
with
they gave Lil Bo a hard time.
but you know what?
They
It's so
did.
funny
He
though
deserved the
because
original one. The
when we first
one.
when he
did
first
deserve
dropped,
it.
the navy blue. They gave him hell for that one.
but you know why people give him a hard time though? Because
Because he talks so much.
he do.
And they
He
knew
talk
he
a
was
lot.
gonna come through,
He talk-
like-
he put his own foot in his mouth in a lot of cases.
He be rage baiting.
But he do.
You know what he do?
He do. But when he first dropped images of this one,
Yeah.
I was like, this is the one.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is
I hit
the
on the
one.
site. It's amazing.
I feel
This
like
is
that
the
was a
one. I
setup.
put it on and I-
The Concrete Boys was like a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To kind of like
was.
gets the people going. And
Yeah.
then
It was.
They hit him
But
with
even
that.
then, with the
It needs a
first
little
one,
bit more
the-
context
the
around
white and
the
blue
white
one,
and blue.
even
It
though
needs
they
more context.
Around Concrete Boys themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, are they?
it was a cool rollout
Are
for
they
Atlanta.
concrete?
They did a cool rollout in Atlanta for
No,
it.
yeah, the rollout for that was
Yeah,
good.
and
that's
Atlanta was
great.
cool.
fire.
So why does that shoe speak to you?
The colorway, and then for me, it takes me back to 06. Patent leather Air Force One,
Yeah.
Kiwi joints.
Yeah.
It just
Which makes sense for his age group.
it does.
Yeah.
So when everybody
valid.
was like, "Oh, that's just a New York," but that's his age group. That's what
is.
inspired
It
him.
is. It is.
Yeah.
And I feel like he took a lot of inspiration from that. Even the first one, which a lot of people hated, a lot of people felt like it was too plain, but So were the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
So were all the other
Them
ones that
rocks
just
was
got
the
that
plainest.
one that
little
that
thing on
logo
the-
in the corner,
Yep.
and then the rest of the shoe was white. You know
But
what
I
I'm
also
saying?
think that like unless you hold that shoe in your hand, you can't really appreciate it.
True.
Like
Yeah, you gotta
when I
see
was
it.
when
Yeah.
Brendan done let me hold it, and I was like, all right, now I see
Yeah,
it.
once it's
because
in
even
hand,
when
you
you
see
did
it,
the leather treatment
The
on
leather
it.
is
Yeah.
crazy
The leather
on
is
it.
crazy.
Can I see those?
Yeah.
You get a chance?
Yeah.
Just throw it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on. let me move.
The leather treatment on the white and royal ones was crazy. It's
Yeah.
such a good pair, and they're gonna age
these are good.
well. Like the more that you wear them, they're gonna look
Yeah.
good. So I feel
And
like
the price has been holding on these too. Not to be a
What is it?
reseller
Alright.
and
junkie,
I just
but
found out. Like
Ambassador over there.
I'm kind of mad
Hey.
about that. I should have waited a little bit.
they're in the fives. Yeah,
No,
depending on the size.
in the sevens.
I think my
In the sevens?
yeah, our
In the
size is
sevens.
still like kind of.
How much they going for?
700.
Oh,
These will
mine
probably
is for
never see
sale.
my feet. Just keeping it a buck. I'll probably never own a pair of these at 700. Sorry.
Yeah.
But and you know what? It's actually one of those pairs, if we're gonna take like the clothing, the fashion route for it, that you can put a lot of fits with it.
Yeah.
And it surprisingly, like you would think like you would struggle, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what am I gonna do? The yellow's so weird.
Nah.
But I've seen a lot of people put fits with this and it goes crazy.
Yeah.
So it is a wearable shoe.
And not to
Yeah,
diss
you put a
nobody.
Newport jersey
Like when
on,
the
you
shoe
look
first
crazy.
came
Not a
out,
Newport jersey.
I was, I did put a fit to it because I just wanted
Oh,
to
I
do
know.
something.
You
did.
Of course
Oh, I
you did.
know.
Yeah, of course you did.
Oh, I know, G.
A little heavy, a little heavy.
Yeah, I just wanted to do something. I felt like everybody was dressing it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's cool to go, put on your yellow, put on your red, but step outside the box a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
these are earth
gotta
tone
show
colors,
'em.
and they go with a lot of things.
Yep.
So you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
no, you can really work with this one.
I
You did a
love
good
that,
job
yeah.
with this.
Another thing that we really want to make sure that we think about when we're talking about sneakers is the design.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Front Page Aaron, and I've been asked to talk to you about my favorite pickup of 2025. And I looked through all my sneakers, and there's so many that are at the top of my list. The Unheard Of collaborations are my favorite sneakers of the year. But if I had to pick my favorite pickup of the year, it would probably be these, the Jordan 4 Undefeated Force. And I know that's super basic, that's super what everyone's choosing. It's a popular pick this year, but I think for many of us that just never thought we'd even have the opportunity to buy this shoe, that this was a unicorn that we only saw on Mayer's collection, the ability that we had to buy this shoe, it just means the world. It's a shoe that I've worn a ton this year, and it has to be my favorite pickup.
All right, so Haas,
Yeah.
you have the very coveted sneakers on right now.
Oh, they covered it?
They
I'm a
are.
hater.
They are.
Yeah,
They are.
They
Can
I
are.
have 'em?
They are. I think those may be some of the most limited this year.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
2,000 pairs.
Yeah.
Right? Shout out to the homies at Lambs.
Must be.
You interviewed-
nice.
Yeah.
The Lamley.
The Lamley.
The lamb.
The Lamley.
That's what we call,
The
we call each
Lamley.
other. Yeah. We call each other the Lamley.
Okay.
He's part of the family
He
now.
can be
y'all.
part of
I'm
the family.
I'm fam
Yeah.
now. I mean, they blessed
I
me.
know.
You know what I mean? But please post bills. This is an Air Force 107.
Yeah.
So yeah, what'd you call it? What'd you say? Reimagined? Model?
No,
like reintroduce.
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 Yeah.
The old model that came back out.
Right, to piggyback off
Yeah.
the Yachties, but please post bills. So I have a personal story with this. Like I used to do graph. I'm huge into graffiti. If you watch my episode with the Kid Mero, we talk about going bombing, which did happen. But when I think about New York, I think about this green and with the wood lining and
Post
with
no
the spray
bills.
paint that just says, please
Post no bills.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember just sitting and being like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
And because I'm whenever I find something that I really enjoy, I always I research it to the point where I need to know everything about it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting big into graffiti, and I find out like, what does please post no bills? So back in New York, back in the day, these walls would go up, and the people would start posting stuff on it, and you'd be like, they're like, if you ever heard of like Karl Marx, he would post his lines of like how to follow his government,
tenets,
his tenants, and put it on the wall. So people were doing that throughout New York,
nice.
to the point that they had to pass a law that told you to say, please post no bills, and you have to paint it, and then it becomes the law. So you'd see this all around, didn't understand what the hell that mean, but I had a marker and I knew what that meant. And that meant I was gonna get up on that. And so I'm over here writing this stuff and I'm writing my tag, I'm doing my thing, and years pass and this shoe comes out, and as soon as I saw this at CompassCon, it spoke to me like I've not, like there's no other shoe that came out this year that spoke to me more than this shoe, right?
Wow.
And
That says a lot.
yeah,
It does.
because what they represent is the old school like Soho culture where we would do our rounds. We'd go to DQM, Supreme, Clientele. You come around, you loop, you go to Blades. You do all this stuff just to look at sneakers. Like that's what I was doing. And so on the paper for this shoe that we did, like it's my rounds. It's literally what I used to do. And so I when this sneaker dropped, I was like, I had to have it. Like there was no other way. There's no way I'm not gonna have it. So if they didn't bless me, I still would have paid resell for this shit.
I think that's gonna be the one that I pay.
Yeah.
I pay resale for.
It's a good shoe.
Yeah, it's a really good shoe.
I've only did it once this year. Praise God. Really speaks to it is just it reaching back to something else. And so I'm gonna throw it back to Rick because he has something in his bag that we haven't gotten to.
Well-
that's a reach back to something else that's nostalgic.
Yeah, well, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So, I am of the older guard, but at the same time, hear me out here. When I used to work at an after-school program in Brooklyn, a lot of the kids, Yu-Gi-Oh was their thing,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't Pokemon, it was Yu-Gi-Oh, and the cards would be sprawled out all over the table, and I'd always ask, like, well, what's this, and who's the Dark Magician? And what's Black? What is it? Black Dragon or
Red Eyes,
Black Dragon?
Blue Eyes,
right?
Black Dragon.
Yeah,
Blue Eyes, Blue
all these
Dragon.
different types of characters, and they were cool. And to me, I'm an artist. I started in comic books.
Blue Eyes,
I always
White
want,
Dragon.
I always wanted to draw, and I kind of shifted into other things. But I liked their form of anime, or how they drew their characters. So was given an opportunity. I'm an ambassador with StockX. And they gave me an opportunity, said, look, you can pick any shoe you want. Which one is it? And this one just happened to be right at the top of the list. So the idea, number one, of it being a 95, two, it being based off of Joey Wheeler, one of the characters that was in there, in that show. And then number three, just the whole stippling look to it, or that animated type of style on the
Like
upper
hand-drawn
was
manga
huge.
shit.
I love the colors that they used, between the contrasting blues, and then obviously like they hit a neon green or that neon yellow that I couldn't obviously get a pair of neons themselves. So I figured, what the hell, I might as well
You
get
tried
these.
hard, too.
I did.
We all
but
try hard for you,
I
man.
think a lot of people tried for neons this year, you know.
So,
But
I'm mad at everybody that got those. 'Cause
Yeah.
y'all wasn't with me.
you
Y'all
be
wasn't
mad
with
at
me
me. I don't
braving
care.
the funk of
Braving the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
funk?
Like, yeah, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh for all of high school. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I was in there like, yo, let's go. Like, I had decks ready to go, and I couldn't even hit on those.
now this was a video game too, right? Didn't this drop on PlayStation?
Dome Master.
as well?
I had
The video
Okay,
game.
man,
all
I'm
I
right.
had the video
Well,
game.
Atlanta did a really great drop.
They
So
did.
there's
Yeah.
a store in Atlanta
Okay.
called Soul Play.
Shout out Soul
Shout out
Play.
Soul
Shout out
Play.
TJ.
Soul Play.
Soul Play
Shout out Soul
Gaming.
Play.
So they have a whole gaming side. And so they did a whole rollout for that shoe. I was lucky enough to be there working the front
Yeah.
in the heat, ushering people in to grab their shoes and then
Nice.
going to the party and gaming on the other side of that. So
Yeah.
I did see those. It was a great rollout.
Yeah, it
Great
is.
shoe. Not an anime fan, but I respect how they did the rollout,
Well-
but then also, like you said, the cartoon kind of animation look of the shoe.
Yep.
I think, and then the card that came with the box
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well too.
So
like the box was
playable,
really
too.
dope. So
Yeah, it is. It's a playable card.
Yeah.
The dot swoosh team, the entire dot swoosh
Insane.
team.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane
They-
everything that they've done.
I just asked
Listen,
somebody,
I've
can I
had-
touch some grass? I can't
This is
touch
the only
nothing.
dot swoosh shoe that I have.
Card.
But I had an opportunity. I've shot Daryl's Donkey Kong Air Max.
Yeah.
I wanted to get
yeah, they're down
the
there.
GoldenEye 007 Air
I
Max.
reach back for those.
I didn't get
I need to-
those.
yeah.
But
Tomb
just
Raiders.
Tomb Raiders. They even listen. Even the Air Force One that they
Yeah,
did.
the 404s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I tried
those
for
are
those.
to
That
me,
was-
the Air
I
Force
tried
One.
for those.
That was a
fire.
great
With the
looking shoe.
lenticular on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Jamerson beat me
Yes,
on
on
a-
Sneakers Live.
on the Sneakers Live on
Yeah.
that shoe. Yeah.
What's dope that doesn't get mentioned a lot is the black version. Is the Japanese
The,
version.
the
Kosuke
expensive
version.
$7,000 one.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get it.
That's why nobody mentioned it. Nobody
I
paid
can't afford it.
We got this.
If you can't afford it, how you gonna mention it?
But the rollout for that was
Yeah, it was
insane.
beautiful.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
It was insane, and I think that like Like, yeah, like the way that they did that rollout versus.
Oh, in Japan?
Yeah.
Japan. Oh, yeah,
No,
Japan's
Japan
is another level.
Japan
It
is
just,
this
it
serious.
just,
It's a whole nother
they took
world.
what we
Whole
do
nother
and
level
said, let me show you how to do this.
They trendsetters for
Yeah.
real.
Well,
Oh, without a doubt.
technically, they're not trend. That's a whole nother conversation.
But
they take the
No,
trend.
they take the
They
trend.
take the trend.
they do.
They love America.
They love black
they
folk.
do. They do. But the way
K-pop is R&B.
I
All right,
ain't denying
that's
that.
not
Somebody had to
Japan.
say it.
That's
I ain't
all
denying that.
Hey,
Somebody had to say it.
Korea and Japan do the same thing when it comes to our culture. They take it and they expand it and they figure out how it works for their palate.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not. I ain't lying.
No, you not.
And it's not a
I'll
bad
cut it
thing.
out, but I ain't
mean,
lying.
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, make it your own.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
take
called
from it
influence.
and not make it your own.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
And their marketing dollars are bigger than ours too.
Way bigger.
Oh, for sure.
And what
Way
what they
bigger.
do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also
Like they
too,
create
yeah.
real experiences.
Yeah.
We're starting to see more experiences here.
You see it more now here.
We are seeing more,
Yeah.
but their experiences are totally different. Like,
Yeah.
Completely
just
different.
anybody
Definitely.
want to send me to Japan, I'll go.
No, I'll go.
No.
I'll go for her.
No.
No.
Don't worry about this.
I'll go.
So,
But no.
so since we're talking about this, brought up the conversation about reach backs.
Yes.
Daryl, you brought some reach backs for us. So when Brother D brings a reach back,
No, he
man.
going all the way back.
He going all the
He
way
going all the way
back.
back.
Not with the
because
plastic bag.
Daryl, I asked
He
him
got
how
the
many sneakers he
plastic.
had. This man said 1,000. I think he's at least 4,000.
So
Yeah,
I have
You
been
got
to
the-
Brother
like-
D's
the
home.
sheen.
Yeah, it's
I have
insane.
been to
It gotta
that
be
man's
insane.
house, and when I tell you,
It's
Crazy.
It's
you
crazy.
need a map to kind of navigate through.
do you have a map or is it in your head?
It's in my head.
Oh God.
Sheesh.
So I brought these two.
That's
These are two shoes that I
crazy.
reached back. These are two shoes that are sentimental to me because two shoes I wore during high school. So a lot of first experiences or cool experience or crazy thing I do. So the first one is Air Force One highs, Sheeds right here.
Yes.
Patent
Nice.
leather, navy
Yes.
blue. And these right here, the
That
Barkley
patent leather ain't crack either.
CV94.
Let me see that.
It look good.
So two shoes that
Literally.
that I've been dying for, Nike to bring back or,
That's some good
whatever.
patent
And I was
leather.
able to just research and find them. I have a bunch of friends that go crazy on eBay and they kind of do that every single day. And I don't have that type of time in my hands, but sometimes they see a shoe that they say, hey, send me 3 shoes that you're looking for. And it may be a month, it may be 2 months. They say, hey, I found that shoe and they find it in my size.
Wow.
The condition,
friends.
sometimes it's new,
Great
sometimes it's
friends.
not, but this is a
I
shoe
need them
that
kind of
it's
friends.
cracking. It's an old shoe. This came out maybe, I think 2002 maybe. So it's cracking right here, but
Get that fixed.
Yeah.
this is a shoe that
make it wearable.
I really can really take the soul from another shoe.
Yeah.
And
put
this
that
is a
right
shoe
on
that
there.
Nike's been bringing back in different colors.
Yeah.
We've seen the black and red.
Yep.
They made it all they made it leather instead of suede, but hopefully they bring these back.
Can I see them
These are
shoes,
two-
please? Thank you.
The all black
Two
pair
shoes.
just dropped last week,
Yep.
so this is a good
Yep.
opportunity.
There you
for
go.
the
You can
other
soul
colors to come
swap
out.
on
Soul
this.
swap.
You can soul swap.
He's got patience though, so
Wait for it to hit the
He's
Marshalls.
gonna wait for a
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
a white sole probably.
Oh, white soul,
Yeah.
white soul.
Ah,
white
yeah.
soul.
No.
You don't got to paint it.
For sure.
What was the most overrated shoe this year in the top 10? Most overrated in the top 10.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Oh.
Apparently me and Haas about to fight.
Go ahead, fight.
Good.
Jellyfish.
Gonna say jellyfish.
We about to fight.
Overrated.
Overrated. Okay, that people have said that shoe is overrated and overpriced. Understandable.
Definitely over. Like it is an expensive shoe for sure. And
I can't imagine what it took to make it though.
That part too.
That engineering to
well, let's bring it out.
I think every shoe that's been in the top 10 for me at least, I think
you
like
appreciated it.
I appreciate it. I think this is like
Okay.
everybody's
nice.
general consensus list. I can see why that was here. I can see why this was one. I can see why this was 4. I don't think there was a shoe that I really saw that was like didn't deserve it. I think this year. A lot of people say this is the best year in sneakers, but I think it was a very special year. I won't say whether it was the best or it
Yeah,
wasn't
very
the best.
special.
Yeah.
But I think a
definitely
lot of brands moved very intentionally. The
Yeah.
stories were really good.
Yes.
The rollouts, the marketings, the way they included, fans, the way that they brought in new audiences,
Yeah.
current audiences, and brought back old sneakerheads. There's a bunch of people I knew who didn't like had stepped away. Like
Yeah.
during COVID, getting sneakers was too hard for me. I'm gonna go find another hobby. A lot of people that I know went to Legos or went to Funko Pops. So, a lot of different
Right.
other things because sneakers were becoming so hard to obtain.
Yeah.
But it was some stories this year that were so undeniable. So
Yeah.
you know what? I gotta come back to
Yeah,
this.
I need this, yeah.
This reminds me of why I first got into this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it was a level setting. I think this year level setted us back closer to where we were.
Yeah, a
that
little
too.
bit.
And I think availability was a really big.
Yeah.
Big too.
was a big thing. So I think every shoe to me, I don't think there's really was a shoe I say, yo, this didn't belong in the top 10.
Yeah.
I think I see arguments on both sides.
Yeah.
I think the arguments for me would be more so placing. Like this was 7 and probably should have been 3 or this.
I agree.
Other
I think
being
it's
a
the
top 10
placement.
when
I
I
think
seen, I
it's the
think they all
placement.
belong.
And then I feel like other brands that should have been added to
That's
higher
still-
on the
yeah.
list weren't even seen.
Yeah.
And so I think that we have to be very intentional, mainly because we're all Nike kids, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah,
For sure.
100%. We
That-
have our biases.
We're very
Jordans,
biased,
yeah.
right?
Sure.
That we celebrate other brands as well in the
Yeah.
midst of it because we're wearing them as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though these I guess these complexes and all these guys would they have been better suited categorizing rather than just have a general overall like
I
overall
think
sneaker of
Complex
the
will
year?
continue to do what they do.
Okay.
I think it's amazing marketing. Like to be
100%.
very honest,
100%.
They know what they're doing.
They're trying to get clicks.
Yeah, they're trying to
Yeah,
get clicks
for sure.
Yeah.
And so
Clickbait.
I appreciate what they're doing. I enjoy their list because it causes us to have conversation.
100%.
I just think that everyone shouldn't do the same type of list.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then we forget about all the other things and we
Yeah.
only focus on a few. Where we want you to wear your sneakers, right? And so sometimes the hype of it causes us to forget, oh wow, these are some really cool things that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that like when it comes to lists or like complexes lists, I just need like some sort of parameter to judge it. Like
They have it.
Nah, it's always
It's
like
their office.
Yeah, but it's like give me like a 5-point system, and then be like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
agree.
like that's it.
What
That's
makes
all I'm
this shoe like? What are you voting on? What's the judge?
Exactly.
Is it?
What do you critique?
because
Yeah,
it
the
was
criteria
limited?
to
Is it
meet.
because it was most talked about, most
Or did it
worn,
resell
because
for
of
something?
collab,
Right, yeah. Oh, is it because the streets are
Yeah.
you know?
I think
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a hype beast list, right?
Yeah,
it is, of course.
It is focused on a very specific consumer, right? And so if you are that consumer, you love that list. You thought it was great.
Right.
And so I think
Nobody thought that list was great.
We were sitting there like,
Nobody.
I just think the think pieces around it need to stop in terms of just just be like, yo,
that's like
I don't like the list. I don't agree. Here's my list. Use it as a way to
Yeah.
push what you think
Yeah.
versus you being like, this is a branded
That's how they
sponsored
sound.
post and
Well,
this and this and be
That's how they
like,
sound.
The problem
Yeah,
is people
you think they got British
are
voices?
confused.
This is a brand sponsored
I'm
post.
crying. I just think people get confused with opinion and fact.
Yeah.
And they think that is the same thing. Those two words are not synonymous. They're not the same thing.
Welcome to the internet.
pretty much. But it's just like your opinion is your opinion, and Complex has an opinion, right? And you either agree with that opinion or you don't.
Or you
and if
don't,
you
yeah,
don't,
that's
then
fact.
let's hear your opinion.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna either agree with it or disagree with it. And I feel like everybody wants their opinion to be a fact so bad, and it's like you're no.
Here's why I say Complex cut themselves off at the legs. They do their list too early.
Yeah.
intentional.
That's a little too much.
It's too early because
Yeah.
there's so much stuff like they did their list before Joe dropped.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did like it's so much stuff that the GT Futures,
Yeah.
all of that, like
Lambs.
everything.
There's so
like
many things.
But I
they
think,
need to wait.
Well, I think to their credit, what they say is they drop their first list and then they go back and revise it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because for them, the panel is a big portion of Complex Con.
It is.
And that's where most of their engagement comes after it.
agree.
And so if they did it later, they would have to move Complex Con, and honestly, you can't because of the holidays.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think the question is, will they fix their list on the
Well,
new
then just have a
list?
conversation.
They did.
Don't
Yeah.
like
They did.
just
They're not
have
done
a.
yet.
Well, then it was
No,
also
did
earlier.
already.
this
They
year,
did one. They
too.
did one revision already.
Yeah.
And then Joe posted his video saying the Pegasus Premium.
Oh, the most recent.
The Vomero.
Now,
the
I will
Vomero.
say
Yeah, I
this,
saw it, and
guys.
I just
That shoe is.
It's fire.
Listen,
I tried it. It's too bouncy for me.
Too bouncy?
you gotta
The
get the
regular one?
You gotta
But
get
then
Pegasus
also,
Premium.
'Cause I was like-
Pegasus Premium is great too.
So I think those are amazing conversations. One of the things that I really want to do is thank you guys for coming. Right?
Thank you for having us.
If you look
Thank you
on the
for
back
having
of
us.
your chairs, Mitchell and Les provided some gifts for you.
Hey.
We tried to pick things that were very becoming of you, some of your favorite teams. And so we wanted to give y'all a little
Okay.
something that y'all could dress up. Do you have that? That's what I was thinking. Daryl.
No, I don't have to say
Yeah.
this.
And so we want to thank
This is
everybody for helping us out.
Thank you.
And yeah, I thought Make sure y'all look
Thank
fresh
you.
and
Thank
represent
you.
y'all cities and y'all towns.
Appreciate that.
Do it.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Mitchell and Ness.
So,
y'all.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for coming. We hope you guys enjoyed my favorite pickups for 2025. Tell us what you guys think, and tell us if we had some bad takes or if you appreciated the conversation. Thank you so much. You can follow us at The Grindhouse Inc. Or thegrindhouse.co. Thank you guys for joining us.